our children to be successful in today's rapidly changing world, it's critical to link what is discussed in our classrooms to the realities and issues we face as a community. At the Alameda County Office of Education, we foster civic learning by having students engage with their community through programs such as Project EAT, Mock Trial, and Youth Participatory Action Research. In doing so, our students gain a sense of responsibility and passion for their communities.
Civic learning is really beneficial for students because it engages them with their community. It gives them a voice in what's happening at their school site, what's happening in their neighborhoods, and it allows them to put into practice what they're learning in the school day in real life. Our community-supported agriculture program at Tennyson High School is a program where we grow food on the farm, and we work with students over the summer to distribute the food in the community, which is a great project for students to get involved in their community and take some ownership and pride about what's happening at their school site.
Other strong examples of civic learning and engagement exist across the county.
One way that we approach civic engagement and civic learning is through the Senior Project, which is a graduation requirement in Oakland. They each have to engage in some type of a research issue that stems from a very passionate place. The results of this survey will be used to help me find a solution for how to stop child labor in India. Give a little nugget, give a little teaser about where it's going to go. Some of the topics that students have chosen over the years: police brutality in Oakland, police brutality across the country. You have students that want to go local, and they're thinking just about our school site.
As a class, we're all working together to research and do as much as we can to gather our information so that we could formulate our research papers, our field observations.
Other people that are engaging with them in that research, they also then see the youth as, oh wow, these are kids that are trying to make changes, and then you suddenly have this relationship between our youth and other folks.
I believe that public schools are for creating and encouraging and facilitating full and engaged participation in community. Civic learning is anything that can help students do that. I teach California Studies, which is history and English together, focused on the culture and history and literature of California. I have a framework that I refer to simply as problems and solutions. We look at contemporary problems or issues in California society, and then as we go through the year, we look at problems or issues in different historical periods. At each stage, we layer in sort of a new nuance of how we might solve those problems. By the end of the year, the students are asked to pick an issue in their community and do something about it. I came into this work from the perspective very much of a history teacher who had seen in my classroom that students were most engaged when I made explicit connections to contemporary society. So what first piqued my interest about this work was the idea of more student engagement. It has the side effect of working towards the goal that I believe in, which is creating engaged community members.
It is feasible for this type of work to happen across all content areas. It's not really a matter of it can only live in a social studies class or it can only live in a senior project class. When we want to think about civic engagement in the broader sense, it's about engaging with the community just outside our class too. I feel like that is fundamentally what we're trying to do, is make connections.
I think it's a really urgent question that all teachers need to ask themselves. What are we teaching our students and why? I think a big answer to that question is we need to be teaching our students how to act and how to be in our community.
By providing our students with a rich civic learning, we give them the tools to think critically and redefine what is possible. Only then will we truly be able to support and ensure that our students are college, career, and community ready.